This is the LowcoSports Lowdown podcast. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr.
And we got Max Arraj, Mad Max, along for the ride again tonight. Wednesday night edition of the LowcoSports Lowdown. Justin Jarrett, Wes Kerr, Max Arraj. We got Misa Garzon, Misa Betrolin, not tonight though. He's celebrating tonight because the May River Sharks advance. In fact, all of Region 7 4A advances in the boys soccer bracket. We're going to have a region tournament in the lower state semifinals, which you may have been prepared for if you've been listening to the Lowdown, because we kind of threw that possibility out there last week. So Bluffton also advanced on the boys soccer front, 3-3 with Myrtle Beach and then 1 penalties. May River won 5-3 over AC Flora. So they both advance. Other boys soccer, Camden got Buford 4-3 in overtime, double overtime. Bridges Prep made quick work of Whale Branch 10-0. So they advance as well in Class 1A, 2A bracket, or just 1A, I guess, for boys, right? It's the girls that's combined. And then you were out at a game tonight, Max. That was a tough break for the Lowco. 6-3 win for Dillon. We'll get into that in a little more depth later, but you have some things to say about that one. And we have the highlights from Javon Livingston that we'll check out. Thomas Ardell was on the call with you. Good to hear you guys back together. That sounded nice. That was good.
Yeah, man.
Good combo.
It was fun.
But Wes, you go somewhere today? What were you up to?
Yeah, I was at the Nest.
At the Nest. Oh, yeah.
Lowdown Seahawks is they get pounded by South Florence, and once again, just a couple of opportunities earlier. This time had the bases, couldn't convert, and just Hilton had put together some quality at bats, but couldn't find holes in them right at the defense. And conversely, South Florence did a great job grinding out a bunch of walks. I'll tell you, Landon Schwartz was a battler tonight, but just got away from him. And 4 walks in 1 inning. I mean, that's not a recipe for success. And those free passes started to add up, and South Florence able to take advantage of them and early 6-0 lead. And from that point, it was a long road back for Hilton and just couldn't find the juice offensively. So that's it for the Seahawks, but we still have 2 more teams alive. And how about the Bobcats, though, getting the job done in a crazy one over in Irma with Bobcats to come back from a large deficit and ended up winning, I believe, 13-8.
13-8, yeah. That was a crazy game. And it was when I picked it up after my softball game, 14-14 tie in 2 innings, by the way. Regular season finale. We let some girls get some experience pitching, and it's kind of an orchestrated tie situation. But when I picked that up, it was 9-8, and then they just kept on tacking on. But
they were down. They were down like they were down 3 runs at one point. They were down 7-4 in the game, and they had a big, it was like in the 5th inning or 4th or 5th inning where they put up a nice spot, put up a bunch of runs, and took command of the ball game. 4 in the 5th.
1 in the 6th, and 4 more in the 7th. Yeah.
Wow. Nice job late there. Bluffton.
Yeah, and they're set up pretty good on pitching too, because they burned Wolf and they've burned Fry, but Nico only threw 24 tonight, so he's good to come back.
He did play tonight.
Yeah, he pitched tonight.
Good.
And he also played short, so yeah, he's back and good to go. So that's good to see. But we'll get into a little more depth with the baseball, check out the brackets, all that stuff later on, because we got Misa on the bus. We're going to try it again. We don't learn from our mistakes. We we do it again. Let's see how it goes. What's up, Misa?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Still a little crackly.
Be trying to get on the iPhone.
That's not great, but not terrible.
Not terrible. I think
better than last time, I think. But big win for. What's that?
Does it sound better now?
Yeah, we can hear you better now. That's better.
That's better.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Yeah. Got a little more background noise, but we can hear you better, so that's better. Nice win tonight, Bubba. AC Flora had not really met its match too often this season, but you guys came out and jumped on them and got the job done.
Yeah, no, they were undefeated, only allowed 11 goals all season. So, it was a tough matchup, number 3 in the state. But we came out early, goal in the second minute. Would have had 2 in the 10th minute, but we missed a penalty. Their turf field is a rug. There's no support, so it's very slippery. So we slipped on the PK. And then 4-1 halftime. And then second half, we held on. They made a strong comeback. There was 4-3. Our keeper, Andres, made 2 huge saves on a free kick and then a rebound to keep it 4-3. And then Jacob kind of sealed it with a counterattack, 1v1, got past the keeper 5-3. And then we just held on. So huge win against a very, very, very good team.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah,
That's not easy to do on the road. You guys have shown that road warrior mentality these last few seasons, Lisa, but this is really impressive. And just what did you see from your guys that kind of helped you push your team over the top in a really tough environment to play? And now, as we said at the top, it is a Region 7-4A tournament for the lower state championship.
Yeah, I mean, we're not surprised. We talked about it a few times here on Lowdown with us. But honestly, Monday against West Florence, I was very impressed and surprised with how we attacked and how we moved the ball and how we finished all season. That's been a point of emphasis where, we miss opportunities we should have and we can't score enough. And we put ourselves in situations where we're playing catch up or, we can't hold a lead against these tough teams. But, one thing that's important is, Monday against West Florence, that's the first goal right there in the second minute. Monday against West Florence, we scored 4 goals in the second half to shut them down. Today it was the opposite. It was a first half galore in terms of goals, and that was the response we wanted. We talked about the strength of schedule. A parent asked me after the game, a Florida parent that asked me, man, you guys had 10 losses. How did you guys lose 10 games? I was like, our region is insane. And he's like, yeah, well, I mean, tough said, and he was like, man, tough season. I said, look, we play tough games for games like these, so we can go to Florida on the road, team that hasn't lost all season. I don't know when's the last time they gave up 5 goals at home, and we get the result, And so I'm proud of our boys. Now we get to rest, and we have a familiar foe in James Island on Friday in the lower state semifinals, brought to you by Region 7-4A.
Yeah.
Love it. Gotta love that. Checking out some highlights from the Columbia Star here. Gotta give some love to them for the
that one clip of the free kick. You could tell how slippery that field was when he went to kick it. That's really bad if that's the case. I mean, that's
it's we nickname it the rug.
The rug.
That's the name of the field. It's the rug because everybody slips. So that was Florida's second goal in the second half to go to cut the lead to 4-2. This is a penalty. 4-3. And at this point, my concern was we're young guys, and I was like, crap, here we go. Can we hold on to the lead? And for the game, look at these saves, guys. Look at these saves.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness!
Let's see that again.
Wow, replay that.
My man. Oh, that second one, bro.
Oh,
that's crazy.
That thing had some mustard on it. And then Medeiros, nifty. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do big.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was that sealed it. After that, it was just holding on, and like I said earlier, our guys are young and they don't know any better. So, we 4-3. Andres makes those 2 great saves to keep it 4-3. And then a few minutes later, Medeiros with the counterattack on a set piece. They weren't properly set defensively, and we just kind of cleared it, and he's wide open. And, that sealed it. We just held on. So very proud of our guys. Long road trip. And so we get back at it Friday night, 7 p.m. at the backyard. We face a very familiar foe in James Island. And we'll see how it goes.
Very good. Very good. Bluffton with the dub as well. Like you said, all Region 7-4A teams advancing. So, I mean, you called it. So I guess you can take a victory lap now.
Yeah, no, it's insane. So we after our game, we got on social media. So we get on the bus and we're all like, what's the Bluffton score? What's the Bluffton score? And we found that it was 3-3 in the second overtime. I found a reporter online. I can't remember his name, so I give him a shout out. He was trucking. He said going to penalties, and then he's posting like a bunch of other scores for baseball, softball in that area. And I'm like, dude, give me the result. Like, what is happening? And then he finally posted that Bluffton one in PK. So that's awesome. But like you said, man, we're not surprised. I talked to the Lucy Beckham coach tonight as well. They won 1-0 on the road against Irmo. And he was like, here we go again. Are we really surprised? So, but this is what we expected. I was talking to a parent, like I said, and my assistant coach told me Monday night, one of the Florence coaches, he said, I thought you guys were just beating each other up, but the teams were like not mediocre, but decent, but not like that good. And he was like, no, it's this good. It's this crazy. This is our region. Like, teams are good. We're very solid teams, and we kill each other every week because 1 through 5 is stacked. So, we'll see on Friday in the Region 7 4A showdown for Lower State. So, one thing we know, Region 7 will be in the final next week, Saturday, but
That's right.
We're not done yet. We got one more game, to go as far as this week. Another road game. We're ready for it, and hopefully we can continue our run, and make it happen.
Yeah, man. You cut off right there at the end, and
oh, make it happen. I was trying to be nice. I'm in coach mode. I'm not in troll mode, so I had to watch what I had to say. I had to process. Like, no, coach mode.
I thought maybe AI was automatically bleeping you out or something.
It says coach. My signature says coach. You guys, when it says me to be trolling, I'm playing the character.
You're not me to be trolling tonight.
No, I am Coach Misa right
now. Yeah, different deal altogether. That's a different human being, but different character, different persona. But your boy Rollins, tough one tonight. Lost it in double overtime.
Yeah, I saw that in overtime. They still had a great season though, second round.
Yeah.
So proud of him. It was nice running into him in Orangeburg as we were leaving Chick-fil-A to get on the bus. He calls me. He's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Where am I, dude? Like, I'm in Orangeburg, Chick-fil-A. Oh, so that's you guys getting on the bus?" I was like, "Yeah, where are you?" He's like, "We just pulled in." So I was like, "All right, well, I gotta say hi. Like, I'm not gonna not say hi. We're in the same place." So we talked for a minute. He got on our bus and motivated our boys as typical Rollins would, and then we said good luck to each other. I said good luck to his boys and whatnot, and then we were hoping they got the win, but tough loss, overtime on the road, but still a great season for them. With as many players as they lost, to still be competitive in a tough region and go out swinging in the second round.
Yeah, let's check out the bracket before we let you go real quick. Let me get it ready to go here. So we got Bluffton against Lucy Beckham and May River against James Island. You'll have to go on the road, both of you. But how do you handicap those? Obviously, we've got some frame of reference to go on, but what do you see? What's the outlook?
Yeah, no, I mean the toughest part is going to be the recovery. Played Monday, rested yesterday, played today, a physical game, tough game. Been on the road, 2.5-hour trip. So we've been on the road 10 hours in 3 days, 2 games. So Friday, it's going to be about, do we have enough left in us to go out there and give them a fight? Playing James on the third time, we know what they like to do. They know what we like to do. So it's going to be a little chess match trying to figure out, do we change? But like I said, the last 2 games, we've been very good offensively. AC Flores defense, again, they allowed 11 goals all season. And we put 5. That's almost half of what they allowed in 18 games in 1 game at their place. But like I said, we wanted this. When we finished 4th in the region, we knew that was just an indication of how tough our region was, not that we had a tough season. People looked at the losses and everything, but it's going to be tough. Bluffton and Beckham, I'm curious to see how Bluffton's going to feel on their way back from 8 hours on the road today. And then going to Beckham. Beckham beat them at Bluffton. JI beat us 1-0 at JI. Beckham beat Bluffton 1-0 at Beckham. So it's going to be a tough game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Friday night both games are tough and go down to the wire. But I would be lying if I didn't say that we want that Bluffton Derby showdown Monday night.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Oh
man.
boy.
Yeah, buddy.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
The
A lower state.
atmosphere would be insane. I promise you, if that happens, that stadium is going to be packed, standing room only. I
Oh my
guarantee it.
God, yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
That'd be amazing.
It's gonna be nuts.
It's going to
It's
be
gonna be
the
Let's go.
crazy.
game of the year for sure.
Do your
Yeah.
part.
And,
Do your part, boys.
Why do I have to be out of town, man?
Yeah.
God, it's annoying. Oh well.
Well,
But I will be there.
It is what it
and
is.
have all Lowco, there if we see that coming up on Monday, May the 6th. So still some work to be done on both ends. The possibility still there for what could be a memorable night here in the
That's
Lowco.
right,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and
All right. Oh yeah, go ahead.
right now we're on house money right now.
Yeah.
We're the 4th seed.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be. We just beat an undefeated team who's number 3 in the state. Like, we're not supposed to be here, so we're on house money. James Allen has all the advantages. They won region. They swept us this season.
Same for Bluffton.
They got the bye, all that
They
stuff.
got the first round bye. They won
Bluffton.
9-0 tonight. So, like, they got all the advantages. We're on house money, buddy. And so when you got house money, you got nothing to lose. And that's going to be our mindset going into the backyard Friday night.
Right on, man. Well, we'll definitely be talking with you. Well, shoot, we'll probably talk with you tomorrow night and help us break down the girls' games and preview Friday night on the boys' side. So, safe travels back home to the Sharks, and we'll talk to you real soon, brother.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Max, I want to hear your thoughts on the umpire in tonight's game. I'm gonna log off now.
Oh, that's gonna be happening. That's
boy,
gonna
here
be
we go.
happening.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just you wait.
Just you wait. There goes Misa Garzone. Appreciate that guy, and great job to his team picking up the dub on the road tonight against
Yes,
AC
sir.
Flora. Previously undefeated, went in there with confidence and got
they
the job
were
done.
stingy defensively. I mean, they didn't give up anything, but playoffs are a different beast, and the Sharks came in just playing really confident soccer and, got to them early. When you rattle a team early, that can take the wind out of you, especially when you're not used to seeing that happen to yourselves. And maybe
Yeah, I mean, the other
the
thing
rest
is,
of-
like, AC Flora's region is not nearly as strong as the region May River is playing in. I mean, we've seen it all regular season. This is the most competitive and probably the best region in the 4A division right now. Honestly, I do believe that, and it's showing right now because you have 4 teams in the semifinals. All 4 teams are from the same region in the
it could
semifinals.
happen to girls as well, right? The girls' side. I think River is still alive.
Did the girls all come through? Yeah.
I know Hilton and May River did. I'm guessing back in the James Island did. Maybe some of that buys, but Hilton had one.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's true. I'm double checking it right now.
No Seahawks won. They upset their first round opponent. Or their
in the first round. Yeah, they all won in the first round. So now we'll see if now it'll be tougher to get them all through.
Yeah, sure.
But not inconceivable. Not at all. I think it's going to be a little tougher on the girls' side than the guys' side. I think. I don't know that we'll get them all through, but it's definitely possible. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's the soccer report. I don't know yet who Bridges gets in the next round. Dixie would be the higher seeded team there, but I haven't yet tracked down their score. But Bridges beating Whale Branch 10-0. Which is kind of along the lines of what was expected. But I was trying to look up Dixie, see if they won. There are more high schools named Dixie than you would expect. Especially the one in Ohio and the one in Utah. I didn't see those coming.
Hey man, there's more than one Bluffton High School too, so
Well, yeah, but Dixie is a strange name for a school outside of the South. 3-0. Dixie beat Louisville, so it'll be Dixie and Bridges Prep at Bridges Prep in the next round. Which you gotta like Bridges' chances in that one. Playing at home, higher seeded team. They got a good squad. I wonder if Royal Live Oaks won tonight. I have not yet seen their score either. Let's see if they got it on the Max Preps. Nope. They do not. So, not sure. They played Baptist Hill tonight. That was our other 1A game. So that's the soccer. Let's shout out the sponsors, and then we'll shift gears to another sport. Talk about some more stuff. The Lowco Sports is powered by our MVP sponsors. Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of Lowco Sports, is also my wife. She's with Keller Williams, the Lowcountry, and she would love to help you find your place in the Lowco or upgrade from your place to a better place. If you want to get into the real estate market here in the Lowcountry, Megan Jarrett would love to help you do it. She's the official realtor of Lowco Sports and the other half, Team Lowco. Homegrown Home Inspections is our official home inspector, and Jan Lucas and his team are the best in the biz in this area when it comes to making sure you're making a great real estate investment. If you're doing a new build, you want to have that phased inspection, so they'll check on it every step of the way and make sure it's being built right. You got to call on Homegrown Home Inspections. Mickelson Law Firm, official real estate closing attorney of Lowco Sports, our original sponsor and the presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. They've been supporting us since the start, so please call on Mickelson Law Firm for all your legal needs. And Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, official hospice provider of Lowco Sports, only not-for-profit hospice in Southern Beaufort County, providing all kinds of great services to enhance the end-of-life experience for everybody involved. Because in Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, it's not about dying, it's about living. Those are our MVP sponsors. Let's talk about that softball game, Max, and we'll start getting the highlights up here from Javon. But Dylan takes it 6-3 tonight, and there was a little controversy early, and then just kind of wheels came off a little bit. But tell us more about it.
Yeah. So like you said, a bit of controversy within the first half inning, I should say. There was according to the umpires, there was the Dylan batter ran inside the baseline, and the first baseman for Beaufort didn't get the tag or the foot down on the base in time. But she was originally called safe. Then head coach, Coach Rast for Beaufort, comes out, talks with the umpires, and they start talking to each other. And after like a little, a conversation between the two umpires, they overturned the call and called her out for base running violation.
The play there, right? Is that the play right there? Yeah.
Yes.
Here,
that was a play right there. Yeah, Scott Rest is talking with them about it.
All right.
And
so we got a ground ball. Or no, swing and a miss.
Yeah, so that right there, I don't know.
She ran into her.
Yeah. So Rast made the argument, umpires talked about it, and then they overturned the call, and Dylan's head coach was furious. And I mean furious. Like he told the umpires we're putting the game under protest. So, despite them winning, the game, I guess currently right now is under protest.
Well, no, the protest is irrelevant if you win the game.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
It becomes irrelevant because the point of the protest is if it's granted, then you would go back and resume the game from that point. With the but if you win, then the protest is dropped. You just have to state the protest at the moment because that establishes the point where the dispute is, and you go back to that point if the dispute is resolved in their favor.
Yeah.
So protest is now irrelevant.
Yeah, it's irrelevant at this point. I don't blame Dylan for making that call. I mean, there's of course each team made their real good cases about it, and the umpires went with that she was out, no run was scored, so they continued. It was scoreless until I believe Dylan got on the board first, I think, and then Beaufort responded back, tied the game up at 1, and it was kind of back and forth up until the 7th inning. Beaufort tied the game in the bottom of the 6th. Actually, no, sorry, they took the lead in the bottom of the 6th. They were up 3-2. And going into the 7th, 3 outs left, and
we'll skip ahead to the good stuff. Skip ahead to the good stuff. Javon gave me a little guide here, a little timestamp guide to see where the highlights were. Oh, beats the throw home. Beaufort takes a 1-0 lead. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, he called this
Oh,
foul.
he's saying
Now,
foul ball.
yeah,
Foul
he
ball.
called this a foul ball. Now, Buford
Was
was
it?
also furious with this one because apparently the ball did touch the line. I don't know if it did.
Oh, wait. Did she touch it?
Yes, he touched it. Yeah.
So
right there.
if she touched it, well, I mean, he's looking right down the line. If she touches it fair, it's fair ball. If she touches a foul, it's foul ball. He's looking right down the line, and he makes the call immediately. I don't think you have too much.
Here's the thing. I think at that point, both teams were a bit frustrated with the umpiring crew. Now, I know we don't usually
fair.
talk about it.
Fair.
We don't usually talk about it, but there were some calls that were made in this game that were highly questionable. And both teams at that point, by the seventh inning, both teams were so frustrated it wasn't even funny.
Oh.
And it just, but despite that, it was a real back and forth battle. I asked Coach Rast after the game. I mean, this Dillon team is pretty good. And he's like, us and Dillon are probably the two best teams in our area of the bracket. And Swansea, while they have the number one seed, didn't have much competition.
They got beat tonight.
They got beat by Lake City, and Lake City is, I think, a 4th seed out of their region. So, clearly, Swansea didn't play in a very tough region, or just Lake City is just a really good team that came out of a really competitive region. So,
great play. Oh, man, she made such a great play. The arm fake had her.
Yeah, that was a good one. It was so close. I was like, oh, God, that could have costed you greatly there. But it just
had her.
Yeah.
It was such a good play. Such a smart play.
Yeah. And the other thing for Buford tonight, which I don't see a lot from them, was they had a lot of defensive mistakes tonight. A lot of them. And it kind of costed them, because it could have been a totally different game for Buford if those defensive mistakes weren't there. And they made quite a few of them. But look, I talked with Coach Rast. I was like, look, this team's good. What does the rest of y'all's area of the bracket look like? He's like, these are the two best teams. I mean, Dillon and Buford are the two best teams in this area of the bracket. Lake City's good. Swansea is the 1 seed, but aren't. I don't think they're as powerful as Buford and
triple.
Oh.
Yeah, this
triple to give them.
Wow. She is one special.
That tied the game, and then they took the lead in the 6th on a triple.
I thought they had that locked down after that big RBA knock. But if we can.
Yeah, we're skipping ahead here. We're trying to get to the
right
when they take the lead. I didn't have the timestamp for this go ahead, so we're just guessing here. But I think it's coming. 3-2. 3-2. Is this it?
No, it was.
No, that'll get it a third though. Here we
go.
I believe. There it is. There we go.
Right there.
All right, so it's 3-2, but then, unfortunately,
then disaster struck for Buford.
That is going
just really tough. Gave up Kylie. Buford as a team gave up 4 runs in the top of the 7th. Dillon ended up winning 6-3, and it was awful, because some of the hits that Dillon had were right down that third base line and just ran into that corner.
One.
Yeah, and it was frustrating, but also on top of that, Buford.
Oh, another one. Oh,
yeah. Couple errors.
And that
was nice. That was a nice piece of hitting too, though.
Mm-hmm. And then a home run here. I believe. Home run here? No.
No, pop out to the catcher.
Good catch by the catcher.
Here we go.
There's 2 out.
That looks like a home run hitter. Yeah. Oh, she got that one.
She smoked it, unfortunately, and that was kind of a dagger in that one. I don't know. Yeah, Buford made some defensive mistakes. I doubt Kylie's watching.
That's part of the game. That's part of the game.
But, Hey, Kylie, if you're watching, that wasn't your fault tonight. It was a good team that they faced. I mean, it was a really good team they faced.
Really
And so,
solid.
she started. I think she started getting a little frustrated because the umpire strike zone just wasn't there, and so she'd have some calls that went right down the middle that weren't called strikes, and it was frustrating. And I think she started to get frustrated, and then the hits kind of added on top of that, and it just kind of unraveled a little bit for her. Something I haven't seen much out of her this year. So Kylie, if you're watching, don't focus on tonight's game. Focus on the next game. You guys play Swansea.
She knows better.
Yeah, you guys play Swansea on Friday. I expect to see you guys play much better. I mean, you guys played really well tonight. I mean, it just didn't go their way. I mean, honestly,
I would not be surprised if they make a run out of the losers bracket and
I think Swansea's the 1 seed, but according to Rast, they're not. They're the 1 seed, but they're not really worthy of a 1 seed, I guess would be the way to put it.
They should be. They should be able to take care of that. I think. And then,
I think they can beat Swansea, but that is a bit of a drive up there. So we'll see how they.
It's not that bad. It's just Columbia area. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but still, it's
not like having it. It's not like having to go to
North Carolina state line sometimes.
That's true.
There are much more strips to move.
I saw this game, and they played really well. It was a real good back and forth battle, and this is probably the 2 best teams in this area of the bracket.
Yeah.
So I expect Buford to potentially make a run in the losers bracket. I really do see them, and I do see them beating.
I would definitely. I would definitely not be surprised if we see these 2 teams meet up again for the district championship. I think these are the 2 best teams in the
Yep.
And
you're
just gonna have to
that
take
business.
It's
longer road now.
tough when you lose and you're the 2 seed and you still have to go on the road to play the 1 seed. But like you said, it's a winnable game against. I mean, it's winnable, but you still have to put together a good performance. And
I think they'll have to go on the road to play the 4 seed too.
Right, because they drop down.
I think whoever
they do because if you drop down from the 1-0 game, you get home field. So
so I think they'll have to be road warriors here out, but they're capable of doing it.
By the way, Lake City must be really good because they were down against Swansea, and then into the 6th inning, they scored 8 runs in the 6th to win the game by 5. So it shows me the Lake City.
Either that or Swansea had a meltdown.
That too. I mean, according to Rast, he didn't think Swansea was that big of a challenge compared to Dillon. So something tells me Swansea played in kind of a weaker region.
Right. I think with the backs against the wall mentality for Kylie Rast, the wall mentality for Kylie Rast, I think that's going to be a big factor in this.
That's scary. It's scary to think about because we've seen Kylie Rast when she's not pressured. Can you imagine when she's got her back against the wall? It's going to be fun to see how she does. But she had a good game. So I mean, she had a really good game. It just up until that 7th inning, it just kind of unraveled a bit for her. But yeah, I mean, it was a good game by Buford. Congrats to Dillon. They'll be moving on to play Lake City. This should be a good game between those 2.
I predict they're going to have to beat Buford again to.
I 100% agree with you on that. I totally agree with you. I really do. I really do think this Buford team is special. And the crazier thing is how young this Buford team is. And the fact that they're fighting the way they are against a much more experienced team in Dillon, who's got a lot more seniors and juniors than this Buford team does, and yet Buford hung with them throughout pretty much the entire game up until the very end. And let me put this in perspective. Buford has 2 7th graders on their team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. Like that's not something you hear from a softball team that's got a very good chance at winning district champs as well as possibly lower state. So I mean that's very impressive to see, and that shows what the future is for Buford softball. So I'm excited for the game on Friday, and I can't wait to see how Kylie does.
Right on. Other softball, Hannah Pamplico routed Whale Branch and Latta routed Bridges in the first round in 1A. Skis a regular season game, Colleton Prep 10-4 over Holly Hill. But let's talk a little baseball as well. Wes, you talked a little about South Florence 8-1 over Hilton Head. That ends the season for the Seahawks, but May River and Bluffton still in it. As we mentioned, Bluffton rallying for a 13-8 win over Irmo. North Myrtle beat May River 5-1. They scored 5 early. They got home early, and then Micah Morgan and Max Van Esselston ate a ton of innings and kept, didn't give anything up to try to give them a shot to get back in it. But they didn't. Couldn't get enough going on offense. But they've got everybody ready for the next one, which now May River goes to AC Flora. Or actually, AC Flora will come to them, right?
Will they?
Since they're,
I think the hosts.
Well, but I don't know. How does it work with the winner and loser bracket thing?
I think what I'm seeing in
the practice is
higher seed hosts except game 14.
Oh, okay.
Higher seed, so yeah. So I believe it's different with these 4A brackets compared to the normal district tournaments. So
it's only game 14. So May River will go to Flora and Bluffton will go to York, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so they are on opposite sides. So if they both win, they'll play each other on Monday, which could be
okay.
Well, that's still a super Bluffton May River Monday.
Still in play. All right, that would be
cool. Would be interesting.
Our guy Gavin Carrick going yard again for Bluffton tonight. You can't really see it all that well, but
I can see it.
Dead center. You got it.
Yeah, he smoked it.
Got it.
That dude's got some power, man, I tell you.
He's got some juice.
He's got juice.
He's got a bit more some juice.
He's got juice. I think Bluffton could beat York if I'm being completely honest.
I do too.
I think they have a very good chance against York. If they can beat Irmo, I think they have a decent shot against York. And York was an at-large bid, I'm pretty sure, too, weren't they?
Yes, because they're an upstate team.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be a real close game. I mean, look at the way Bluffton played against North Myrtle Beach. I mean, we didn't expect it to be that close of a game coming down to the wire, and North Myrtle could have possibly been hugely upsetted by Bluffton. And then Bluffton goes and plays Irmo. They're down and rallied to come back and win 13-8. I mean, the way this Bluffton team plays against a York team that's an at-large bid, I know they're from the upstate, so they have a bit of a tougher schedule up there sometimes. But I do believe that Bluffton has a very big shot against York. A huge shot against York to move on, and hopefully May River can.
So how long is that drive?
That's a haul
from Bluffton to York. Yeah,
that's a good haul. I'm trying to find York.
That's a good 3.5, 4 hours.
Game changer. Oh, I might have found them finally. The Varsity Cougars. There's the Varsity Cougars. They are 10-16. I mean, nothing to write home about.
Yeah, they are
they played a good schedule. They played a good schedule.
They're like right off the Charlotte border.
Yeah.
Who did York lose to? AC Flora?
No, they actually beat AC Flora 8-4, and then they lost to Beckham 3-2.
Oh.
So I mean quality. They're a quality squad, but it's a winnable game. I mean,
sure.
And Bluffton's got arms too. I mean, you said Nico only threw 24 pitches tonight.
Yeah,
right?
Nico's eligible to come back.
So he'll be available. Miles Fry will also be available.
No, he won't. I don't think so. I think he's got to be down 4 days. He wouldn't be eligible till Saturday. Monday? Yeah, he's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He's got to be down 4 with the pitch count he had. So he's definitely out. But, they got a couple arms. Nico's going to have to do the bulk of it probably. Wolf's burned, but then they got Gilmore. They got some young arms that they brought up from the JV that may be able to give them some innings in relief too.
Yeah, some extra juice.
I mean, it's going to have to be all hands on deck at this point.
Oh well, yeah. This is an elimination game for Bluffton. So I mean,
right?
Yeah.
You throw
every
everything
game
in the kitchen
here on
sink.
out for Bluffton. Every game here on out for Bluffton and May River is all hands on deck, no matter what. So I mean,
and York burned one guy Monday and two guys tonight. So they're starting to get down in the rotation, and you'd think with a record like that, it probably indicates you don't have a ton of pitching depth. So
yeah, I'm interested to see.
It's a war of attrition at this point, boys.
Yeah, I'm interested
Game
to
3
see.
of the week.
I'm interested to see what May River can do against AC Flora, because I know AC Flora is a good team, but I also think May River's. I don't know. I think it could be an evenly matched game. It just depends who's pitching.
Pretty even. Yeah, it's pretty even. Well, I suspect it'll be Korn. He hasn't thrown yet.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
he hasn't thrown yet.
That gives them a fighting chance. That gives them a really good chance. If you got Korn, who else would be available? I'm trying to think who pitched.
Now Hargis is available to come back because they lifted him before he got to 75.
So you have Korn, you got Hargis. I mean, you
I think everybody. I don't think anybody's.
Everybody. I mean, look, if you're playing an elimination game, I mean, it's all hands on deck.
Everybody's up. So
yeah.
So I expect
I think we got a chance.
I would expect Korn gets a start. I would expect
I would
that.
think so. I would think so. I mean, he is he is their main guy. So I mean, coming down to the wire, all hands on deck elimination game. Yeah, I have a good feeling Will is going to be pitching for them.
That'd be my expectation as well. The salute, the valedictorian.
But how about the possibility of having a May River Bluffton baseball game on Monday, as well as the May River Bluffton soccer game, man?
That'd be amazing.
How insane!
Odds are long on that, but it's possible. I mean,
it would be cool. It would be really cool.
4-game parlay on that, but it can work.
4-game parlay. Yeah, I love that. 4-game parlay. How about this in the Skiza? JP2 stays alive. 10-5 win over Northside Christian. So they'll get another shot, another trip to Flow Christian. So good times for that.
And I believe that ends Northside's run as well. Because they've lost 2 now, so they are done for the year. Good job battling for JP2. I have no idea who pitched tonight for JP2.
Mishko started it, and then Cotter and Heathcott both pitched, but nobody really ran up a big pitch count. So they're
going into Florence. What would it be, Friday?
Yeah.
Would Ross be available Friday?
I don't think so, but I'm checking what his pitch count was. Oh yeah, 66. I believe he would be.
He would be.
That's a 3-day rest. Huge. So
that's huge.
He should be good for Friday if needed.
And he struggled a bit the first time they played Florence Christian, but I think he probably figured out what makes Florence Christian tick, and he probably watched some of the Hilton Head Christian Academy game to get some ideas. So I have no doubt he's going to have a much better game on Friday, and you never know. I mean, JP2 they could potentially beat Florence Christian because it wasn't like it was a like
they were right in that game. No, they were right in that game.
So I expect it to be a closer game than it was on Monday. So I mean, if Ross Putnam can put up a gem, then
you might even consider like using him as a closer type deal.
That's also a possibility. It just depends where you start.
Well, they got DeWitt. DeWitt didn't throw tonight. Heathcott only threw 33, so he's eligible to come back. Cotter only threw 18, so he's eligible to come back.
So you got basically your whole pitching staff at this
point. Talon pitches too, right? So they got some arms. You could try to start somebody knowing that you can bring Ross in.
Someone in,
if you need him, but if you don't need him, then you can save him for the next one, knowing that you're going to have to beat Hilton Head Christian twice. Or no, I guess you still got to beat Williamsburg before.
Christian,
you got to beat either one.
If Hilton and Christian,
you got to beat
wins
one
out,
of those first.
Yeah,
you got to beat one of them first, and then you got to beat the other one twice. That's it. So,
but
they can
Christian's
gamble and try to get by without
also,
using
always Hilton had prep if they can take care of
Yeah.
business on Friday in the big afternoon light over in Sea Pines. And that's gonna be fun Friday. You got like a double header, if you will, because you got prep playing in the afternoon, and then HHGA playing the traditional night game. So a lot going on there. Looking forward to that.
Good stuff.
And I like how prep is playing and how Chris Wells has built this team to really have that same mentality that we've seen from these prep teams in the past. Like, they pitch to contact, they're able to have good defense behind them, make, quick outs, and then opportunistic offense. And that's kind of what the calling card has been for the prep, and some new guys have done a great job stepping in. I'm excited to see how they do in person at home against this Orangeburg prep team, and that will put them in the driver's seat in the lower bracket. And both Christian and prep win. It's favorable that we could have a really fun state championship series.
Devon wants to know, should he possibly go to baseball or soccer on Monday? We talking about if we get the Bluffton May River matchups? Soccer.
Javon, where are you going tomorrow?
That would be soccer because the baseball game would be an elimination game, and whoever wins is going on anyway. So
I was talking with Javon. Javon may possibly be doing the Hilton Christian Williamsburg game on Friday.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
I talked with him after the Buford game tonight. I said, "Hey, man, it's a huge game. It's kind of a revenge game too, so it'll be kind of fun and exciting." And he was like, "Yeah, I might hop over and do it on Friday." So
I believe he's got girls soccer tomorrow night.
Okay.
Gilbert.
I was either thinking of going there or going to the Mayor.
Yeah, he's got the girls. Buford
now
against Gilbert.
PD. I'm trying to see who, because PD lost last night. I'm trying to see who they play on Friday.
They play
is the winner of Carolina Academy and Greenwood.
They play who? Greenwood?
Probably Greenwood. Whoever wins.
Hey, you already got it on. You already got it on your YouTubes. You already got it scheduled, Bo. I'm just reporting what's out there.
It's Greenwood.
Greenwood Christian and PD. Right.
There you go.
Yeah,
I was just talking to Javon in the comments.
I'm still baffled by that PD Academy game last night, dude. I'm still baffled by it.
That's baseball, man.
But anyway, that's baseball, man. It's just some of those times
they come a hot pitcher. Oh, he was talking to Max. Oh yeah, Max, don't be leaking the schedule, bro.
I said potentially. I didn't say
he
it
says
was
I do the schedule leaks around here.
I said potentially, Javon. I didn't say I was a 100% guaranteed. Giving people a little preview, potential sneak peek.
Just a little tease.
Just a little tease, man.
But hey, this is all supported by the varsity sponsors of LowcoSports, and we got DDS Web Design, which builds, hosts, and maintains websites for businesses and nonprofits to get results. So if you want to get found online so you can do more and think bigger, go to ddshhi.com. Parker Law Group serves legal needs across Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties, and they help us continue to expand our coverage in those counties and shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes. I got a little Hampton County nugget coming up next. Reverence Wrestling Club, official wrestling sponsor and the presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. If you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level, get over to Reverence Wrestling Club. And Dr. Ambrose Cole, official chiropractor of LowcoSports. And you can find him at Rooted Living Wellness. He'll get you feeling right, mind, body, and spirit. Those are our varsity sponsors. We appreciate their support. I promised a Hampton County note. Hampton County boys and girls win the region track and field titles tonight, going away.
Yeah.
I believe it was also Coach Mariah's birthday today. So, happy birthday to Coach Hannah, getting the two titles on her birthday. 200 points for the boys. Woodland was second with 90. 196 points for the girls.
Goodness.
Woodland was second with 104. So they racked it up. Quite a few champs for for Hampton. I haven't dug through yet to see who won the most individual titles, but I do know that Kayvon won 2. I know he won both the discus and the shot.
Wow.
And I know there were a whole bunch of champs for Hampton County, so we'll dig through that a little bit more and get into that. Tyshana Leverett, she won the high jump. LJ Rivers won the pole vault boys. Tyshana Leverett won the triple. Hezzy won the boys triple. Kyra Garvin won the girls shot. Kayvon won the boys shot. Kaya McQuire won the girls disc. Kayvon won the boys disc. Woodland took that one. Woodland. Yeah. Hampton girls took the 4x1 and the 4x8. Ridgeland boys took the 4x1 and the 4x8. Zakila Henderson won the girls 100 hurdles. Tyler Davis from Hampton won the 110 boys hurdles. Tamaya Murphy from Edisto got the girls 100. Samaj Hicks from Ridgeland with the 100 meter in 11:05. That's pretty quick, right?
Wow.
Feels pretty quick. Tara and Hannah won the 1600, making mom happy on her birthday. William Tootin took the boys 16. Zamone Lofties took the 400. Caden Green took the 400 girls hurdles. Tyler Davis took the 400 boys hurdles. He got both hurdles. Javian Harris from Ridgeland took the 800 boys. Samaj got the 200 as well, so he made it a double. Barely got his boy Jaquise Johnson in the 200. Photo finish. Taryn Hannah also took the 3200, as did William Tootin. Hampton boys took the 4x4, and that's that. So shout out to Hampton Track and Field. You know where all those athletes come from now, and all those other sports. They run track in the spring. Good stuff. So that's mostly it tonight. It was kind of we're starting to dwindle a little bit. The numbers are falling off a little bit. Couple girls soccer scores from the regular season. Skiza Hilton Head Prep 7-2 over Hilton Head Christian, and JP2 2-1 over Palmetto Christian. Courtney Campbell tonight with 2 goals and an assist for Prep. Caledondo had 3 goals and 2 assists. Marissa Mora 2 assists, and then Riley Wilbert, and Sophia Schliemann with goals. Coach Risa said they went down 2-0, and she said that was her fault. They were down a few key players, and she kind of tried to switch up the lineup a little bit, and they're kind of out of sync, and she had to revisit that. But so Hilton Head Christian saw something there, took advantage, got the early lead, but Prep weathered the storm, just keep playing, and got the win 7-2. JP2 girls, standouts for them tonight, 2-1 win over Palmetto Christian. They were down 1-0. Abby Brock converted a PK to tie it up. Evelyn Melnick with the winning goal, lofted it over the keeper off an assist from Isabella Perez. Lauren Weniger leading the defense along with Brock Mahoney and Lily Termini. And Trinity Grace Maxwell, best game of the year per Haley Pena, collecting 16 saves. That's a big night. Goal.
Wow. She's a stud.
Yeah. She's an interesting kid too. I like her. She's a cool kid. Hilton Head. Oh, here's some breaking news. Hilton Head Prep tennis on to the state finals. Apparently, this was the semifinals today against JP2, and they beat them 8-1. So no surprise that Prep will go to the finals. Guess who plays number 1 for Prep this year? You'll never guess.
Is it a women's tennis player?
No, it's a football player. Wyatt Harmer.
Really?
Wow.
Wyatt Harmer playing number 1 on the tennis squad. How about that?
Oh, that's
on a powerhouse tennis squad, nonetheless.
Yeah,
so
well done.
That's pretty cool.
Did
not know he was a tennis guy. See, I mean,
good for him.
That's kind of what they're up against at Hilton Head Prep. You got a tennis guy playing quarterback like that. There's not a lot of places where a guy who plays tennis is playing quarterback. Like it's a little different place. But I'm excited for football there, though, with Coach Doug McFadden and what he can do to get that program built back up. But All right, boys. So that's everything that went down tonight. Caster Middleton was going to join us tonight, but he was wiped out after the track meet. Said 10:30 is past his bedtime, but tomorrow he's a little more wide open. So we're going to get Caster in here. He's had 3 guys who trained with him to get ready for the draft, get picked in the NFL draft this season, which is becoming a regular occurrence for him. So
And he was
always
huge in
love
developing
to get in
some
his
of
head.
our stars that are now, showing themselves out on the national stage, including Nick Pringle, who's now a South Carolina Gamecock.
That's right. Cocky. Feeling cocky. Lowco Booster Club, Court Lifestyle Pros, Daniel and Debbie Court are Lowco natives. They're with Charter One Realty, and they want to bring you home to Hilton Head Island. Revive, rehab, women's health, and pelvic floor physical therapy. That's where you can find Dr. Ali and Dr. Jen. If you're a new mom and just need to get feeling like yourself, go see Dr. Ali and Dr. Jen. They're amazing. Eagle Creations has promotional items and custom apparel, custom gift baskets, heads on sticks. I mean, if you come up with an idea, they can probably make it for you. Go over to their showroom at over on Argent Boulevard and see what Eagle Creations can do for you. Jay's Barbershop, great place in downtown Ridgeland. Whether you need a haircut or not, just hang out and get some great conversation, and maybe get a style too while you're there. Jay's Barbershop and Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry. Chris Odom and team will get your floors so clean your feet will thank you. Gentlemen, it is time to do the shout outs. Wes, who are you shouting out tonight, buddy?
Well, I'm gonna have to give a collective shout out to River soccer team, who this is an AC Flores squad that was tremendous defensively all season long. Maybe put up 5 on them and knocked them off on the road. Well done to Misa Garzon and that Shark squad. Terrific effort out there, and I'm pumped to see both these teams, what they can do against teams they know well. And I think that kind of helps them a bit because they know they've played these teams, they kind of know what their style is, and they have film to work on.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of thing can help you when you go up against similar teams. It's really hard to beat a team that finished above you in the postseason. I mean, we see upsets in sports all the time, and a lot of it is just because these teams kind of figure out how to beat the team ahead of them. So, it's going to be. I think both of them are going to be at least close, and I think May River and Bluffton each have a chance to pull off the upsets. Will both of them do it? It's unlikely, but it's possible, and that's what's exciting about it. You just never know, and that underdog mentality, I think, is going to help both of them. But especially with Misa Garzon, that Shark squad has been doing. That's a team that has really grown well collectively, and what a coach Misa Garzon is. We call him Misa B. Tron, but he's been Misa B. coaching lately. Terrific job once again.
Misa be coaching.
Misa be coaching, man.
Misa do be coaching, man. That dude can really coach. He really, really can. But yeah, just to tack on to your shout out, I'll individualize it a little bit with another shot of Andres Cejas Garcia.
Oh my God! Oh
man, that is so good.
That was so great.
So good.
AC Flora must have been sitting there,
dude.
AC Flora must have been sitting there thinking, AC Flora was like, how in the world did they stop that?
Standing on his head. Standing on his head.
He's
Max,
him.
who you shouting out, buddy?
You know what? I gotta call out a team as well. Give me JP2 baseball, man, for hanging in there. Avoiding elimination. They played a really good game tonight against Northside Christian. So a lot of hope to see them continue their fight. Go back up to Florence and play Florence Christian yet again, and hopefully this time they come out on top of the win.
Yeah, really good day for Mishko. He gave him a good start, 3 1/3. It looks like they probably pulled him to keep the pitch count low enough to keep him eligible, because they pulled him at 43. But 3 1/3, kept him in it, left with the lead, and then He also went 1 for 3 with a double and 3 RBIs, so that was huge. But to your point of it, team effort, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys with hits, 3 guys with multiple hits, up and down the lineup. So that's what it takes to win those survive and advance games. So shout out there. And let me look at this Bluffton box score again, because somebody's deserving of love there. Oh, they're in the process of entering it. Doggone it.
Tell you what, man, Fox be coaching as well.
Who's that?
Fox be coaching as well.
Fox be coaching. Oh, I was talking about the baseball. I was going to shout out the.
Yeah, but even then, dude, soccer as well, dude.
But soccer too, man.
Driving up to Myrtle to,
Yeah, that's no fun.
Winning penalties.
That's a terrific win as well.
That's no fun.
That's a big one. Yeah, dude, Bluffton baseball as well, man.
Martucci locked it down. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Coming back off the spiking, and he was also 1 for 2 with an RBI and 2 walks. But Gavin Carrick continues to really be impressive at the plate, especially. But he's been solid behind the dish as well. 2 for 2, a double, a homer, 3 runs, 3 walks, and an RBI.
Holy crap!
That's a night.
Terrific.
Is Gavin a junior, or is he a?
I believe he's a junior.
Okay.
Class of 25, so he's a junior.
We get to see one more season of him.
Yeah, he's really turned it on this year in baseball.
Yeah.
So good to see. Good to see, man. Kind of one of those, kind of a late bloomer a little bit. Like it was there, but like it's really coming out now. And I think the weight room's the biggest difference. He's gotten thick,
I still can't.
strong.
I still can't get over that one home run we had a video of where he absolutely like nuked it. I still can't get over that one, man.
Dude, he's big, strong. He's big, strong.
He's got mad upper body strength, man.
But so that'll do it for tonight, boys. Where are we headed tomorrow?
Well, I was thinking of maybe going to that girls' soccer game, but I think Javon's going to be covering that over.
Javon's got it.
Taking on Gilbert. We do have May River softball in an elimination game. They are home against Westside.
Touche. Yeah.
Sharks looking to survive and fight to at least another game if they can pull off the
Also got a real good soccer game at 4:00. BA and Holy Trinity girls.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I think that's still at 4:00. That's the time I have for it. That's what it says on Max Preps. Holy Trinity got them the first time, but BA got them in the finals last year. Really good. Should be a good one.
Definitely. That's a match we could see again in a couple weeks.
Indeed. Don't want to show too much. Max, what are you doing tomorrow? You working?
I am driving. 12 hours.
You're driving. You're on the road.
I'm going to Ohio, baby. Yeah.
That's right. Ohio bound. Safe travels, Bubba.
Yeah, I will be. I'll be on tomorrow night. Don't worry. I'll be live from Dayton, Ohio, my friends.
All right, we're going worldwide, baby. All right, fellas. Well, it was a good time tonight. Thanks to Mesa Garzone for jumping on the ride home from a big win over there at. Here you go, Wes. If you come over to the soccer game, you got a mic waiting for you, Javon.
Good, yeah, dude.
Thomas
is cool, man. Thomas is a cool dude.
There you go. Something to consider. But yeah, great show tonight. Thanks to Mesa Garzone for jumping on and talking about the big win at AC Flora. Thanks to Javon Livingston from Beaufort's Own for the highlights and the camaraderie in the chat. And thanks to all of our sponsors for making all this possible, as well as all of you for showing up to listen or watch. We'll be back tomorrow night at 10:00 for another Lowco Sports Lowdown. For Wes Kerr and Max Arraj, until next time, go Lowco.
The Lowco Sports Lowdown podcast is a production of Lowco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Lowco.